Alright, so check it out. We're going to make the Hibiscus Chia water right now, or the Hibiscus Flower Chia seed water. And right now, see, look at that beautiful burgundy color. It only took about 3 or 4 hours to do that. I did it about 8:30. It's about 12 right now. I'm only giving time references, so you can see how you can do it at breakfast time, before you go to work, when you come back on your lunch break. It only takes about 5 minutes to just put this together, and then you're off to work again. You know, like you don't have to take an hour for lunch anymore. You know, this stuff is super quick. If you're on a fast lifestyle, you know, you can do this so easy. It takes no time at all. And basically you just set it up for, you know, later time, and then you're just ready to go. But this is beautiful right here, and look at that vibrant color. It's a burgundy. It's so beautiful. And I put the link below on on the first part of this video, so to Dr. Kasar's website, and he gives a little information about it. Also, I wanted to say that they use this in Ayurveda, and that's where all my like a lot of my research stems from. Is I've got a lot of the ancient texts like Karaka Samhita and Ashtanga, or Hridaya Ashtanga, the ancient texts on Ayurveda and stuff, and I've read all of those, and that's where I really got started. I went to a couple college classes for Ayurveda, and that's where I really got started in health. And I love Ayurveda because it explains, it's basically the science of life, or the knowledge of life, and that's what Ayurveda actually translates to. And yeah, so I love that this hibiscus flower is actually used in Ayurveda, and it's used as a shampoo a lot, and like in hair oils. And that kind of gives you an idea of how cleansing it is, and how it can wash, and how you can use it to wash your face, how you can actually use this water to wash your hair and everything. Not with the chia seeds in it, though. Do not use the chia seeds in it, because it'll stick all over the place. But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. For me, I don't like the hibiscus flower staying in it, so what I'm gonna do is strain it out. You can do it different ways. You can just pour that in the blender and just blend it up with the chia seeds, and then you got a great fiber from the hibiscus flower. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, but you can do it a little different. And Dr. Kasar will explain that if you watch his video too. But I'm just going to strain this out. And I always vortex this, because I love giving structure to it. You learn about water, and you learn about the vortexing and implosion of water. You'll learn more about how it restructures the water through implosion energy. And you get more of a crystalline structure, more lattice formation in the water, which gives it this crystalline structure. And I'm just going to set this aside, and I'll throw that out. And then I'm going to pour this back in the bottle very, very carefully. Awesome. See, now I'm ready to go. I got this beautiful color water right there. Just look how beautiful that is. And like, I mean, as you know, like, you see the colors of a rainbow, and you can see which, you know, colors are highly vibrational. And the more you get towards violet, and like the blue-green algae water is a violet and blue, you know, that's the higher vibration colors. And you can see, I mean, and colors, basically all colors are pigments. Pigments of colors are basically antioxidants. That's all antioxidants are, is pigments of color. So you can see just the rich antioxidants in that. And it's got a ton of vitamin C and a ton of calcium, absorbable calcium, that's really good for your body in this. And I mean, it's used as, you know, medicinal properties in Ayurveda too. So it's really great for you. And also, we're going to add chia seeds. So I'm just going to get my little funnel out right here. And chia seeds, you know, they add the fatty acids, they add the protein, and they have a ton of different medicinal effects. I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons. Oops. I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons to there. And that becomes a complete meal right here. It becomes a complete meal. It's lunchtime, and I'm not even really hungry at all. But I'm just basically using this because this is extremely hydrational. And of course, you know, I use the best water I can possibly get. And look at that. Look at all those chia seeds in there. It looks really beautiful. It's like one of those little snow globes that you shake. And this is a complete meal. And I'm going to eat, I'm just going to drink this, basically. I'm going to sip on it, you know, throughout, you know, the day until around dinner time. And I'm kind of timing this out for anybody who has a schedule where they have a lunchtime and they have, you know, they get off work and stuff like that, because it's really difficult for a lot of people to get into these things because of their work schedule and everything. I'm telling you, I work 12 hours a day, and I can still do this. And you know, I get about an hour for breakfast, and then I get about an hour and a half for lunch. But you know, that's within a 12-hour schedule still, and I'm still able to do this. So I mean, anyone should be able to do this, no problem. Okay, so I got that for, you know, the rest of my day. And since then, since breakfast, I've been sipping on this water, and that's how much water I've drinking since breakfast. And just so you get an idea, when you wake up in the morning, you drink one full one of these, so you're pretty hydrated. But then you know, I had the smoothie, which hydrated me also with the blue-green algae water and, you know, this water. And then I've just been sipping on this since then, and I'm just, you know, keeping hydrated. So you can carry this at work, you know, no problem, and just sip on it all day. And then you can take this to work and just sip on it all day until, you know, you're off work. And I'm going to show you how I actually do the water right now, because I didn't get to actually show you how I do it. I take this right here, and this is what I use. I just use the little squirter out of this, and so I use the salt sole and the hydrogen peroxide solution, and I just take this little squirter and I just do one really good squirt into this. And I'll do two really good squirts into this, and that just adds conductivity to it. And I just do one of the 3% solution of food grade hydrogen peroxide, and that gives it minerals and salt and electrolytes, so it's extremely hydrating. And then I take the very end of this, the bullhorn spoon, and I just put a little amount of baking soda in there, just so you can see. So that goes in there, and that makes the pH awesome right there. Now what I'm going to show you. Okay, so now that we've got our extremely hydrating water, we always use this as the base for everything. So, I mean, I use this as the base for brewing this, and if you watch that video that I put on the links on the other video down below, I'll put it on this one too so that you can see. Go to Dr. Kassar's YouTube video, it shows you how to brew this, and it's amazing stuff. And I'm just going to drink a little bit. It's about that much, so you can see, you know, how much of this that I'm going to put in, and you're going to see the color just change right in front of you. And it's a beautiful color that it changes to, that beautiful blue, and it starts to get purple. I'll do a little bit more. I mixed it up a little bit, and I got a little bit of the green stuff in there, but that's basically how you do it. It makes this beautiful blue color, blue-greenish right now, because it's the bottom portion of it, but normally it comes out like a purple color, and it's really nice. But yeah, that's how you do that. And then I'm gonna have this, and I've got the chia seed hibiscus water. And these are my two liquids that I'm going to drink until basically around dinner time, until I'm ready to eat again. And I'm not going to be really, you know, totally hungry, but I know I'm going to be, you know, ready to eat later on. So, and I'll show you what I have then. I got some awesome things to eat then. So I'll show you that. But yeah, I mean, it's super easy, super quick. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take very much time to do any of this stuff that I'm doing. And yeah, it's super awesome.